This is ABC 57 News at 5.
They don't understand that we are the first responders.
Phone lines become lifelines when you dial 911 for help. But what happens when the lines of communication inside the dispatch center get tangled? We're taking you inside only on ABC 57 News. And city leaders have to choose: pass higher trash fees onto residents or let the trash and troubles pile up. Good morning, Michiana, and welcome to ABC 57 News. I'm Rachel Brown. Emily Evans has the morning off. We've been following new and developing stories overnight, which we'll get to in just a second. But first, we want to turn our attention to the weather outside. ABC 57 First Warning neighborhood meteorologist Greg Bobus has a look at today's forecast. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Forecast for today is almost identical to yesterday. We'll start bringing in some changes this weekend that are going to be sparked by things happening off the East Coast this weekend, believe it or not. But right now, the last 12 hours have been very similar to the last 12 hours we saw going into this time yesterday, where we're sitting with a temperature of, well, 42 degrees, 43 degrees. That's about what we're working with in South Bend. 41 in Knox, 3 45-degree temperatures in Sturgis, Goshen, and Warsaw, and 46 in Rochester. Now, these temperatures will drop a few more degrees over the next several hours, so keep in mind we could see an upper 30-degree temperature or two by about 7 a.m. So it's very cool to start. We need to layer up again this morning. We're starting off mainly clear. That's why we're a little bit cooler, but we'll also be bright and sunny going into the afternoon. So again, much like yesterday, 49 degrees at 9 a.m., 57 at noon, 62 will be the afternoon high temperature, and we will cool a little bit. And now there's a chance for a little bit of rain in the forecast this weekend. We'll help you plan around that coming up in the full forecast.
Happening later today, a formal ceremony. Current Police Chief Ron Teachman will pass the baton to the force's new leader. Uniform Division Chief Scott Ruzikowski will become South Bend's 62nd Chief of Police this afternoon. Ruzikowski grew up in South Bend and brings close to 30 years of service to the job. Teachman is leaving the department to work in the private sector. He will head up the parent company of ShotSpotter. The dispatchers, who are your lifeline when you dial 911 for help, voted to unionize this week. They say they want bargaining rights after nearly a year of being overworked. Their concerns all stem from a major consolidation move that's still not over. Over the past year, 4 dispatch centers have merged into 2. Those 2 will be under the same roof by the end of this year. Our Alyssa Marino went inside the county dispatch center to talk with the first responders who answer the call when you need help fast.
Every single phone call that you take in here is someone at their very worst.
It's a stressful job that has only gotten more stressful. Dispatchers were asked to work 12-hour shifts without breaks because of a smaller workforce. Then this week, the executive director of Public Safety Consortium resigned.
Obviously, we're doing the very best we can with what we have.
Executive Director Todd Gears will remain on board as a consultant when his replacement is appointed. In the meantime, he will remain in charge of the center. Now, switching gears, let's head over to 95.3 MNC's Mark McGill for the latest on traffic. Hey, Mark.
Good morning, Rachel. Dispatch is quiet this morning with no real crashes to report at this early hour. A couple of projects, though, in South Bend to still be aware of. Work being done on North Olive between Keller and Marquette. Also work being done on West Lathrop east of Bendix. Also in South Bend, be aware for a lane closure on Oak Street from Sherman to Cottage Grove. And also watch for a lane closure along McKinley Avenue at the northeast corner of Preston Drive and McKinley. We are crash-free at this hour. The bypass is fine. Toll Road 2. Have a great drive in on this Thursday morning from the MNC Traffic Center. I'm Mark McGill, ABC 57 News.
South Bend city leaders have a few weeks left to hammer out all the details of next year's budget. That includes finding a way to pay for higher solid waste fees. The options on the table right now for people who use city garbage pickup: cut service down from once a week to every other week, or pass the higher fees along to residents. Council President Tim Scott says the worst option would be allowing trash to sit on curbs for an extra week in between pickups.
And it's a service that I don't think anybody would want to do without. Bottom line is costs do go up, and you got to make sure you can fund that.
Keep it at a week. Keep it at a week, and if you want me to pay, I'll pay an extra $1 a month.
If the increase is approved, it would cost taxpayers about $12 extra per year to keep pickup services the same at once a week. 3 weeks ago, a husband, father, and church youth director from Michigan was arrested in Ghana, accused of human trafficking. He says he's innocent. Roy Berry and his wife say they developed a pen pal relationship with a family in Ghana back in 2013. Eventually, they agreed to be godparents to that couple's 6-year-old daughter. Then they asked if she could visit America. So Roy flew over to Ghana. He says it was to bring the little girl here, but police believed he was trafficking her.
We wanted to make it very special for her.